No, stop arguing with me. Listen, I'm sick of it. No more jazz. And you? For God's sake, I'm sick of Barry White. Oh, Barry White this, Barry White that. You're my one, my first, my last, my every, whatever the hell it is. I'm sick to death of it. And you? Techno, I see it. Just pack it in. We're going to listen to some nice, lovely, lilting, early 80s progressive rock and synth from Goblin and Tenebrae. Hey, folks. Here we are. It's the musical ensemble. We're just discussing our particular different avenues of taste. Funk, fusion, fury. How are you all? Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man. At your services. Hope you're all doing very well. And yes, this is indeed the awesome score to Dario Argento's 1981 super sleazy psycho shocker Tenebrae. Terror beyond belief. And this little video's got nothing to do with that. That's just playing in the background. Now, in case, folks, you've been wondering, where's Kilt-Man been for the last few days? The last thing he did was an hour and a half spectacular video on a little known Western from 1972. Yes, that is true. And that was about 5 days ago. Yeah, but that thing, that nefarious arch enemy, my rival, reality, stepped in and pulled the rug from under me. So yeah, I've not been able to sit down and have a little chinwag with you guys. And I don't like that. I hate it when that happens. But other things have got in the way. So hope you'll forgive me for that. So I'll snatch this moment now. And it won't be much more than that, to be honest. Because, again, it's going to be a busy old day. But fear not. Because things are coming. Things on the horizon. So, I just thought I'd let you know what's going on and what's coming up then. I mean, we've got movie reviews. Because Dave Warren, yes, Dave Warren, good mate of mine. Kilt-Man, please do a review of the classic portmanteau anthology movie, Tales from the Crypt from Amicus. Please? Of course I will, Dave. Yes, of course I will. Months go by. Kilt-Man, would you please, at some point, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, do a review of Tales from the Crypt? I love that movie. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Of course I will, Dave. My word is my honour, and I will not back down on that. Coming up soon. Months transpired again. Dave, I'll do it next week. That's a Kilt-Man promise. Dave, this has been next week, and it's almost over. Tales from the Crypt, there it is. Yes, and its little sister act, The Vault of Horror. Amicus's portmanteau movies. If you want an anthology put together by any studio, Amicus were the boys to do it. Awesome stuff. However, neither of them are my favourite. My favourite is Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Oh my God, Peter Cushing as Death on the train with his House of Horrors, which is a pack of cards. And again, it's the same sort of idea, all based on EC Comics. You would have people, just disparate strangers with tales to tell, or rather tales that would be told to them, because really, they're all dead. Yes. And their final moments and their backstory will be revealed in a very gaudy, lavishly produced, fantastic, kind of tame, but still spooky, creepy, ooky Amicus horror movie. And I love them to bits. So yeah, Dave, I promise you, Tales from the Crypt is coming up tomorrow. I swear down, I'll do it. But also, because I don't know what flavoured this, but alien invasions, I mean, they're on the way, we know that. After the pandemic, there's only one thing left: aliens. World annihilation. So, how about War of the Worlds? Yeah, the original 1950s, directed by Byron Haskin and produced by George Pal. Yeah, the War of the Worlds, H.G. Wells. From the granddaddy of sci-fi invasion sagas. It is the catalyst that changed created the entire sci-fi genre as we know it. Aliens, spaceships, death, carnage aplenty. And when that come out, it was like Reds in the beds and all that sort of stuff. anti-communism and paranoia was rife. So it was set in the modern day at the time, 1953, America, California, and the Martians are landing and taking over. And it is a great film. It is. And it's groundbreaking special effects and exceptionally wooden acting performances from the two leads, which are shockingly bad. But it's the visuals you're bothered about. Anyway, that there is the Australian imprint edition from a 4K scan. Yeah, I know, if you were lucky enough, you got the Criterion version. I never did, but I got, it's the same transfer, exactly the same. And I think all the same extras, but with a couple of extra extras, which sealed the deal for me. Namely, a commentary track with the great Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw, who's an expert on these movies. But anything with Kim Newman on it, I don't care. His long hippie hair, his spectacles, his Edwardian natty attire, his erudite diction, and his complete refusal to shut up whenever he's on a joint chat track with somebody else. Like, I've not heard the chat track on that yet, but I'm sure Barry Forshaw struggles to get a word in edgeways. But I love Kim Newman. The enthusiasm, the wit, the sparkle, the insight, I just adore it. So that sealed the deal for me. So, you can expect a big review of that, maybe even later. And, not only that, another classic, I Married a Monster from Outer Space, which is something that my wife has said many times in her sleep, as she struggles, tosses and turns with nightmares, and then wakes up to find a living nightmare next to her, a tartan terror. So the Aussie label imprints have done some great transfers and restorations and put out some really good, interesting discs. And this, although you've got to forgive that hokey title, this is actually a really, really good, very forward-thinking, quite progressive movie. Aliens have invaded the Earth, and in a kind of pod person sort of thing, they're taking over other people. And Tom Tryon, who's like the husband, and what's her name, Gloria something or other. Gloria, I don't know, it's there somewhere. Gloria Talbot. Yeah, Kilt-Man, you know these movies so well. After about a year, she realises he's acting very strange. Goes to report it. Everybody in the town's acting very strange. How come she didn't notice all this before? And yeah, the aliens have taken over, and they've come to Earth to take over the planet by impregnating the women. Wow, that is forward thinking for its time, certainly. And it's a great movie, and the special effects are pretty good too. There's some little nasty grisly moments in it as well. And when you actually see them in their full form, these pretzel-faced creatures, they're wonderful, wonderful stuff. So there's movies coming up for you, folks. But alongside that, for those of you that like the deadlier things in life, blades. There's not one, but two knife reviews coming up as well this weekend. So, well, that's all providing that they arrive, because they're due to arrive today. Now, don't go expecting great big, oh wow, these are going to be huge. Why, what blade has Rambo got now? No, they're not Rambo knives, but they are very good, very interesting blades. So, with a bit more practical sort of use than just, hey, movie replica, look at this, I can kill thousands of Russians with this, with one swipe. No, these are far more practical than that, but they're still gorgeous. So, folks, that was just a little sort of catch up, because I'm busy now, I've got stuff I've got to do. Hence why I'm drinking tea and not whiskey. Duh. But I hate it when I've not done any videos for a while and people start getting on to me saying like, oh, Kilt-Man, you're alright, he's been very quiet. It's one of those things. I would love to just sit and do this all day long, every day. I would genuinely love to do that. Obviously, sometimes from a pub. Obviously, mostly from a pub. I wish I could do it only from a pub, but anyway, it's just one of those things. So, look forward to something coming later on today and certainly over the weekend. So, folks, In the meantime, and this hastily thrown together and rushed in between time, please do keep it kilted, keep it Celtic. And I am going to see you all much sooner than